Okay, so firstly, I would just like to say hello and welcome to today's MSc MRes Drug Design Virtual Open Day. And thank you so much for joining us. My name is Kate Thomas. I'm the Events Officer in the Faculty of Medical Sciences here at UCL and your chair this afternoon. We're hoping this session will address course-specific questions you may have and will help you to gain an insight into what it is really like to study drug design at UCL. So this afternoon, our speaker, Edith Chan, will provide a summary of our exciting postgraduate programme. And there'll be a Q&A session, and this will include also our past student, Jing Gu, which you should hopefully see her on the screen now. So there'll be plenty of interactive opportunities for you all to join in throughout today's session. This session is being recorded and will be made available on our website following today's event. We're here to respond to your questions, so please share those throughout using the Q&A function on Zoom. So it's a little speech bubble tab at the bottom of your screen. So please do use that to submit your questions for Jinggu and Edith. Okay, now to introduce our speakers, we have Edith Chan. Professor Chan has over 17 years of pharmaceutical and biotech experiences in the area of molecular modeling, chem informatics, structure, ligand-based drug design, and biocomputing. She worked in big pharma and biotech, Sanofi Aventis, and worked in Sanofi Aventis. She helped design ICE inhibitors, one of which has achieved phase 2 status. She joined UCL in 2009, and her research is focused on computational drug design. And Jinggu. Jinggu is a student on the programme. She's now studying a PhD at UCL. She'll be joining us for the Q&A part of today's event, so please submit any questions you have for Jing via the Q&A feature on Zoom. Thank you all. So now before I hand over to Edith, we're just going to run a poll for you all. So if you could just take a moment or two, I'll give you a minute or so to have a quick read through of the questions. But this is really helpful for us to just gauge a bit about you, and will help us in the Q&A part of today's event. So the first question is, what is your future plan? So is it to study a PhD? Are you looking to get a job in industry? Are you undecided? But question 2 is, have you applied for this program already? So we're particularly interested in hearing if you have applied already or not, and also as well, where you're currently based. So are you based in the UK, in Europe, or outside of Europe? So I'll just launch those for you now, and you can choose from those options there, and we will give you a minute or so to do that. Great, I can see 42% of you have submitted your answers. Fantastic, thank you. Oh, yep, creeping up, 71% now. So just a couple more of you waiting to decide. I'll just give you a few more moments there. Okay, so now to share our results. So quite a mixture, Edith. I don't know, hopefully you should see that on your screen now, but so yeah, great. Some of you are interested in PhD, 20%, that's great. So Jing may be able to help you with any questions that you may have. Job in industry, 60%, it's really interesting. So and undecided, 20%. And we can see that 80% of you have already applied for this program. So that's fantastic. And again, a mixture about where you are currently based. So we've got 40% in the UK, 20% in Europe, and 40% outside of Europe. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for contributing to the polls. So without further ado, I'll now hand over to Edith.
Hi, everybody. So I'm the director of the drug design program, and I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the course. But I would like to have you ask me questions afterwards. Okay, so hopefully all of you can see my screen now. Okay, so welcome to MRes Drug Design. I'm Professor Edith Chan. So before even going into the talk, I'll just show you a video of like what people think of a drug design program is. So what you see now is a protein and the surface, and one can design a drug that in binding site. So maybe we see again because it's so quick. So this is how a protein looks, and it has a cavity, a binding site, and we design molecule that can inhibit this protein and therefore maybe stop the intervene and inhibit the protein. So that is one of the reason to doing drug design. And of course, I mean, one of the most effective way to treat a disease is by taking a drug. I mean, it's simple enough. I think everybody in their lifetime, they have taken some maybe paracetamol or something, even vitamin or something like that is the easiest part. And in our course, we will be talking about that a lot. Small molecules, what are the proteins that are related to diseases like cancer, Parkinson, and so on. But this is not just what drug design is about. It's actually, you need to learn a lot more to understand the concept of drug discovery process. So when you are coming to our university and study this course, not only you will learn about small molecule and protein interactions, something related to it, for example, structural biology. I mean, what is the way to look at the protein structures that I just showed you? How do we computationally design the molecule? If we don't have a protein, is there anything we can do? Maybe using molecular modeling. And also we'll be learning a lot of new therapies, because taking drug is not the only way that can cure diseases. For example, vaccines, antibody, siRNA, those kind of very new therapies, especially siRNA, because the COVID vaccine was so successful. So this is obviously one of the routes that can deliver drug into the body. And at the end of the day, we should also consider the economics, the marketing, and the commercial aspect, the intellectual property of the drugs, because that is quite important for us too. So beside the traditional classic knowledge, like I say, we'll have very special focus on antibodies, CRISPR-Cas9, small molecule drug design, molecular modeling, and chemoinformatics. So also every year we review our program, and we put in those new technology that is relevant to drug design and discovery. So for example, like we have gradually put in more topics about artificial intelligence and machine learning for drug design. And structural biology, NMR, X-rays, because ultimately you have to know the protein target that is relevant to the disease, especially like how to handle biological data, like I say, intellectual property, the basis of pharmaceutical industry. And we have cutting edge lectures, so we will invite experts in industry, and they come in and tell us their practices and give us case studies. So I would say that this core is very relevant to the practices of pharmaceutical industry and biotech. So just give you like a overview of how the course is organized. So we have 8 top modules for the MSc, and then for the last one is a research project. And the organizations for the course is that you will take the first 4 modules in the first term. So those are bioinformatics, structural biology, chemoinformatics, the biology of drug discovery program, and the special biomolecule biologics for therapists. So the first 4 modules are aimed to put everybody on the same level. They are more introduction, and so you will have the basic knowledge of all these topics that we're talking about. And rather than having final exam in May, this is not how we run it. So you will have a mini exam every 2 modules. So basically you learn something, you practice those things, and then immediately you will be given an exam. So that will be quite good. Our past alumni always think that this is a very good organization. And then in term 2, you'll be learning more advanced concept of drug discovery, more biology, something we call fragment-based drug design, which I'm not going to explain here. And basically how to choose drug target from a biological and chemical point of view, as well as commercial and IP aspect. And in term 3, MSc student will be doing a minimum of 12 weeks of a research project. This is basically the highlight of everybody. I mean, everybody wants to just go in and do some good projects. So project usually either web lab-based or computational modeling. And we have a wide range of projects from the Division of Medicine. So I have never heard anyone that didn't find anything they like to do. And then after that, of course, is final project seminar and dissertations. And for MRes organization, MRes students are supposed to take 5 modules out of this 8. And then they will do a research project for a minimum of 6 months. So basically, in term 2, the MRes student will start doing their projects. I'm the program director, so basically everything will be face-to-face. We don't do online learning lecture so much. And then we are based at the Cruciform building, and actually down underneath in the basement, we have the state-of-the-art Cruciform library and hub. Everywhere have Wi-Fi. Our lab is really good, but that just comes with UCL. And we also teach a lot of translation skills and like how to write essay, how to do presentation, which are very important when you go out to the real world and doing real job. And also there are many other skill and training courses offered by UCL Doctoral School. I think UCL is one of the great university that, I mean, we have so many journals, resources that one can use to further their skills. Many people always ask me, what do I do after I study the program? And I always want to say that you can do whatever you want because you have all the basic and the knowledge, and you have all the translation skill. But to give you some examples, a lot of my students, they go on to do PhDs, and they really go anywhere, UK or the world, Germany, Italy, USA. There are past cases like that. And there are also a lot of people that go for jobs right away. They could be researchers, teachers, sales, marketing in big company or biotech. I have to tell you that one of my past students, maybe the first cohort, like 12 years ago, he has become a CEO of a startup biotech. And he has only finished the MSc drug design. He didn't do a PhD. So you just need to set your heart and apply your knowledge, and it will be great. And there are many publications that actually come out from the student research project. And I put a couple examples in our web pages. So if you want to see what publication has been done before, you can go and have a look. But I'm just saying that the research project that we have at UCL for this course is not just, oh great, just spend 3 months doing something. They are real projects from real laboratory with collaborators from either UCL or outside. And there will be a possibility that you can publish your results too. So I think this is all the slides I have. So if you want, we can just have a chat and you can post your questions.
Thanks so much, Edith, for your excellent presentation. And we've also got Jingu on the call as well. So Jingu, maybe we could start with having a bit of an introduction from you and perhaps what made you choose to do the course and then move on to a PhD.
Hi, I'm Jane, and before I'm a MRes student of this drug design course, and I just graduated with a distinction, so it's very good. I came here after my first master's degree, actually, because I did something related to traditional medicinal chemistry before, and I want to try something new related to like computational aided drug design. So I came here for UCL because I think it's one of the top universities, and this course very related to what I want to do. It gave us the opportunities, both wet lab and the dry lab as computational ones. And I really enjoyed that 1 year here. So I decided that I have to do the PhD also here, although not in the like division of medicine, but now I am here in School of Pharmacy. And I am enjoying it as well.
That's fantastic, and well done on getting a distinction. That's incredible. So great. So please do put any questions you have for either Edith or Jing in the Q&A feature on Zoom. I do have a question that we get asked a lot, and actually you both may be able to help answer this one, but do you have any advice for prospective students? I know we've got quite a lot on the call that have already applied, but perhaps for those that haven't applied, any advice about personal statements or for their application? So Edith, shall I start with you?
Yeah, so we don't, so for the MSc candidate, you don't need to write a personal statement. And for MRes students, we do want to hear a little bit why you want to do such a research intensive course. So, but it doesn't need to be very long. I think one A4 page will be enough, and just tell us really genuinely why do you want to study a drug design course, and that's about it. So I think our course requirement is minimum 2:1. So just make sure that you upload a transcript that to show what you have done for the past 2 years if you are still doing a BSc degree, or load up the your transcript if you have already obtained your degree. And 2 references, preferably from an academic supervisor or a tutor, but it's up to you. I mean, if you have working experience, be sure to put them into your application too. And if you want to join our course, totally recommend you need to bring a laptop.
That is a good tip. And Jingu, do you have any tips at all? Or?
I just think that like students who want to apply, do the application have to consider really carefully about between the MSc and MRes, because I really feel the difference between them. Like I'm the student who really, I think I'm the student who I'm really good at like doing research and writing essays, but I'm really not good at like taking exams. So I just choose the MRes one, and I finally find out that this is the correct choice for me. But I really know other like my classmates who's really good at taking exams and can also like got the score very high, like over 70 or even 80. So I think for them, the MSc one's a better choice.
Right, so I want to add some information to it. So Jane, obviously, I love her MRes degree, but I have looked at the data for the past 12 years. Actually, you have equal chances of getting into PhD if you either study MSc and MRes. So the difference is, people always ask me, so what's the difference? Because if you take the MSc, then you will take 8 top modules. So you will have a better idea of what drug discovery process is, and you will gain knowledge about different things. But so that is useful for you if you want to be overall rounded in that area. But if you go into MRes, because you take less top modules and you spend most of the time doing research, it's also good. But so you will gain some very, very specific research area. So it's good and bad, isn't it? But I think candidates should just think about what is their cup of tea, whether you want to gain more overall knowledge, or you just want to be very specific in a research topic in the beginning, and that's all. Don't force yourself to do something that you think, oh, it's not right for me. Just think about it. And if you have questions, just email me and I'll help you.
Fantastic. Thank you both. We do actually have a question in the chat. So this question is, does the assessment component only include exams, or do you do coursework? So Edith?
I forgot to mention it. So each module is 50% exam and 50% coursework. They are the same for all 8 modules. So coursework is it's not classical. Like what I'm saying is, all the coursework are real life example from drug discovery. I think they might, when you get a question, I think you can ask Jane that. I think after they take my course, they will find that doing those homework are very challenging, because they have faced real problems in the drug discovery process. But I think a lot of students come and talk to me afterwards and say how much they miss doing those coursework, believe it or not.
So Jing, I think it's over to you to
Yeah, but before that, I have to mention that I was there for all 8 modules, because I just asked for the links and like the permission from Edith, although I didn't like registered for the modules that I didn't choose. So, and for the coursework, I think it's challenging, but it's really like funny. Like I remember one of that, just let us imagine we are a CEO of like the company, and we want to choose the new target we want to focus on, and it's really, I cannot like just forget about that. It's a very good choice for us to think about in our future.
sounds
but I
very
just
practical.
remember for the exams, once it is like told us that the exams are not here to give us like high scores, they're here to like challenge us. Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. And I think that's a really good example to show the kind of practical element as well applied in the course. So great. We do have a couple of questions that have come in. So the next question is, do we have chances to perform experiments that we choose to? So Edith, I'll start with you.
So I assume that you mean experiment in the lab. So, you know, for LC students, you have 3 months in the lab. That's the way that you do your experiments. You 9 to 5, 5 days a week, you're doing your experiments. Because that's how you really learn how to do experiment, how to design experiment, and how to be an expert in those kind of experiment that you choose to do. We don't offer a blanket of some experiment you only do 1 time per course. We don't do that.
Fantastic. And Jean, do you have an example of an experiment that you worked on that was something that you really wanted or you chose to do?
Actually, I just know like the direction where I want to go. Like I want to do the like computational things as well as like the deep learning things. So when like the poster came out from ADIS, I just choose that program and I just talked to her and a very excellent like PhD student Oliver before. So we talked about the project with each other with a meeting, and we designed the future of my and I think that's really a nice experience for my project. And we work like hard every day from the morning like 9 to 10 a.m. and very late even in the evening. That's because we want to talk about like the research a lot, and you know, we even like ask like each other's questions during the midnight, but that's not like requested by this. We really enjoy that kind of research. Yeah.
Great, thank you so much. And we have another question. So this is a follow-on for the question earlier, and they're just saying thank you. And what skills and training courses are offered by the UCL doctoral? So Edith, is that?
So one of the most popular one that MSc students, master students always take is how to write. I know even the native speaker will find it very useful. One of the main skill that a scientific student have is to write well. And so that is one of the most popular one that people take. And seriously, in UCL, you can take anything, everything that you want, seriously. People take, I know people take some programming coding courses. Some people take skill courses, IT, PowerPoint, how to make video. I just cannot say more. Like if you come to UCL, the like wealth of resources will overwhelm you.
The hardest part will be choosing, I guess.
and the hard, well, so of course, I mean, I'm here and we have other tutors. We will position you well. We wouldn't let you just go madly and take everything, because the course is the most important thing that you should be focusing on. So we will recommend something that for you, but you'll see how it goes.
Perfect, thanks Edith. And we have the questions are coming in, which is great. Thanks so much, everyone. So the next question is, do students ever do their 3-month project with an industrial partner?
It's possible, but I cannot say everyone will or not, because it depends on if there are available projects offered by industrial partners, or if you will be selected to do it, because industrial partner, they do have a selection criteria. So I can't, yeah, that's a possibility, but I can't guarantee.
Fantastic. And the next question is, may I know the average class size for the MSc Drug Design?
Yes, drug design is actually quite popular in the division of medicine. So this year I have a combined 36 MSc and MRes students. But I think in the next academic year, probably I need to be shrink it a little bit. I think probably 30 people combined MSc and MRes would be a good answer.
Great. And again, if for any of the questions that we've answered, if you have other further questions about that question, or if we didn't quite answer it correctly, please feel free to pop another question in the Q&A as well. We're here to take as many as possible today. So yeah, we've got another question. So what softwares will be taught in the MRes course?
There's actually a link in the website that you can have a look. It's under resources. It tells you what software databases we teach in this course. So basically, one unique feature of this course that are very different than the rest of others is we teach you to do a software or database or procedures every week. So that's just plenty. We do databases like bioinformatic databases, chemoinformatic databases like Uniprot, Ensemble, Camembert. So, I mean, if I say this and you know them, you probably don't need to go to my course. So, but yeah, really a lot. I mean, that cover basically, if the module is about bioinformatics, you will learn all the software and database there. If it's about structural biology, of course, you will learn the software that go look at the density of protein and things like that. So you will learn something new every week. It's like a practical. We have a practical class every week.
Great. And just another question. What program did Edith use in the beginning slides? Don't know, in your earlier slides.
That is something called MOE. It's a commercial software for comprehensive modeling. So unfortunately, so basically that's one of the standard software that they use in industry. You probably haven't used it because it costs money, a lot of money. But my course, my student will have a chance to use them and become expert.
Fantastic. I'm just going to get the poll back up again. Just to say that we had about 60% of you that said that you were interested in job in industry. Probably be quite useful for us to know a bit about what your aspirations are in terms of the industry. I'm going to just open the chat.
Is that still one question that this person asked about experiment performed in the lab? Should I answer that one?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah,
It's coming shortly.
Yes.
Thanks, Edith.
We have one of the research specialties in so the division of medicine is very big. We have many departments, and one of the departments is called is specialized in neuroscience, and so there are experiment that will be involve mice. Is that's what you are asking for? But it's not every. It really depends on what kind of experiment you're doing and what kind of research group is doing. So yes and no. So yes to your question, but it really depends. So don't forget, division medicine is really huge. We have like 7 departments that are specializing in different kind of medicine.
So hopefully that answered your question. But yes, I have opened the chat as well. So please feel free to pop in. Particularly, we're interested in your future plans. So if you are interested, particularly in jobs in industry, please let us know what job in particular you're interested in. That would be really good for us actually, and help. Hopefully we could give you a bit more information that might be a bit more tailored to what you would like to do. But yes, in the meantime, whilst we wait for the other questions, Jing, I don't know if you wanted to tell us a bit more about why you chose the MSc. Actually, you chose the MRes, sorry. My brain is a bit frazzled today. But what was your background before that? And after your PhD in particular, would you like to stay in research, or are you thinking of a different avenue? I think Jing might be frozen. I know that she's having some issues with her Wi-Fi, no problem at all. So Edith, whilst we've got you actually, I'm going to twist the question a bit and ask you a bit about what inspired you to choose your career path, and kind of how did you get to where you are today? That would be really interesting for us to know, particularly for those interested in academic careers.
Yeah, so I actually I study theoretical chemistry in Cornell University in United States, my PhD. And you know, when you are so young, you obviously do not know what you want to do sometimes, and that is quite common. Don't worry about it. And so theoretical chemistry, computational base, I know a lot about chemistry, molecules, and how atoms work, those kind of things, very fundamental thing. And there was a job opening, pharmaceutical job opening, that they want. The job title at that time is drug designer. And I just applied for it, and I got it. And even though I know zero about how drug works and how that works, so that was a and since then I have never left drug discovery. So I must say that once you have a background knowledge of science, it is not difficult for you to learn something on your own. So the first 1 year of my experience in pharma, so it was a pharmaceutical company, and it was difficult, but I really just get on with it and learn everything, connect with your colleagues, learn from them, learn the operations of everything, and I just love my job. And I love the interactions with different people in the company, like chemists, medicinal chemists, biologists, pharmacologists. And sometimes when you work on a program together, and everybody contributes to different ideas to help the making of the drugs, and that's fantastic.
No, it's great that you kind of you made out a bit that you kind of fell into the role as such, but it's great that you actually found such a big passion for the field after that. And yeah, no, that's hopefully very inspirational for those as well, that if you are still feeling a bit undecided, that's okay. You know, that's the good thing about thinking about doing courses and programs that, you know, may open doors that you didn't actually think were options or anything you thought of before. So no, that's really interesting to hear. So Jing, I don't know if you are back with us, but
Hi.
I don't know if you caught my question, but I'm quite happy to ask again if unless you did.
I heard that before. Yeah.
Oh, fab.
I know that, and hopefully my connections were enough right now. It's good enough. So actually I was doing like during my first master's degree, I was doing the traditional medicinal chemistry thing. So that's about wet lab, like the chemistry, the chemical things, and the biological related things. So during that day, I just have had a strong feeling that maybe computer and like AI the future, because we were just like repeating things again and again that come up with like new drugs, new structures, but like computer, like the algorithms can help us a lot with that and can save a lot of money and time. And you know, UCL here is very famous for like computational science and machine learning things, and we all know that users also we have one of the graduation student who like is a co-founder of the very famous company as DeepMind. So, and also here this course, the MRes Drug Design course, can give us a lot of chance to get in touch with the professors and who's like trying to do things related to like now I'm doing the MD analysis and use the AI things to do the calculation and observation. And like Edith, she's also doing like the AI related like drug screening, these kind of things. So that's why I am here. And actually, the MRes Drug Design, I choose the MRes because this is my second like master's degree, and I want to try more like chances. If I can really be a like computational scientist in the future, can I really learn how to do the programming things within like a short time? Do I have the enough talent to do so? So this course is really a good opportunity for me to find out like the inside of myself. And yeah, so what made me like finally decide to do a PhD here? That's also, you know, after like the half a year of doing this project, I find out that I'm really good at learning things related to programming. And finally, I want to mention that we have like do some publication, and it's very interesting, and I'm so proud of myself and our team. Yeah, that make me really confident. Thank you.
That's fantastic, Jing. And it sounds like, you know, you are going to blossom at this, and yeah, any doubts that you had, and I'm sure you've developed all those skills and will be going exactly in the direction that you want to. So that's really great to hear. So we haven't got any more questions in the Q&A. Hopefully that means we've answered everything, but equally, if you do have any questions, please do pop them in now, or I know that Edith will be very happy for you to contact her directly if you have any questions beyond today's events. Please do contact her directly by email. And yeah, with that, I don't know, Edith, did you have any final comments that you would like to say before we close? Or
Yeah, so I think just chase your dream and do the thing that you wanted really after your graduation.
fantastic. And yeah, do chase your dream. And you know, I think Edith, Jing, you are both really good examples of doing that, and getting to good places and feeling really positive about getting there. So great. Well, hopefully we've provided you with a lot of answers to any questions you've had about the program. And we just really wanted to say thank you again so much for joining us today. We'll leave it there for now, but we do have a very quick survey that will pop up on your screen following today's event. And again, just thank you so much all for all your comments and questions. And thank you again to our speakers for providing both excellent insights and presentations today. And we really hope to see you at UCL soon, and best of luck with everything, and we hope you have a wonderful evening.
Okay, goodbye everyone.